Oh, let's talk about the Browns. Oh man, the Browns are. I really like talking about the Browns. Actually, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. It's fascinating. I think anybody can relate to the Browns. Like anybody listening can say, "Man, I just want the Browns to be successful. I want so badly for them to have a chance and win." We all are. There's like the little engine that could. We're all rooting for the Browns. We're like, please, for the love of God, can you figure it out? I think it's interesting. I'm getting a lot of comments on YouTube talking about the Browns. A lot of Browns fans follow this podcast. One of the main comments I get on YouTube is people saying the Browns should not draft a quarterback because they already have a quarterback. People are saying, we have DeShone Kizer. Why should we pick another quarterback? Oh, man. DeShone Kizer is not a franchise quarterback. I mean, go watch his college tape. Go watch him in the NFL. He's making the exact same mistakes. He's had no evolution, no improvement. He's not getting better. He hasn't changed. He's the same exact person making the same exact mistakes. Now, here's the biggest issue, though. DeShone Kizer was out partying at 1 a.m. a Friday before a game. And that's a crazy lapse in judgment for your starting quarterback, for your franchise quarterback. That's an incredibly immature thing to do. That tells me DeShone Kizer doesn't love football. Actions speak louder than words. He says all the right things. DeShone Kizer says he wants to be a franchise quarterback. However, it's incredibly easy to say the right things. Anybody can say the right stuff. I want to see him back it up with his actions. I think he actually believes he wants to be a franchise quarterback. I think DeShone Kizer actually thinks he wants to be an NFL quarterback. But how many people tell me they want to have a podcast? Do you know how many people come to me and say, "Oh, Zach, I would love to have a YouTube channel. I would love to do a podcast like you do. I want to do what you do." But people don't realize how much work it actually is. I'm sure people would love it. I'm sure they would be happy to be a podcast host. They would be happy to have a YouTube channel. But they do not realize how much work it actually takes. It is 10:30 on a Friday night, and I'm in college. What do you think a lot of people in college are doing on a Friday night? They're out partying. They're doing other stuff. I'm going to be in my room editing a podcast till 5 in the morning. People don't realize what it takes. You have to give up. You have no social life. You put in the time, you do the work, and I bought all my equipment. People make that mistake, that excuse all the time. Well, I just don't have the equipment you have. I bought all the equipment myself. I'm not a trust fund kid. My parents are broke. They're dead broke. We lived in a mobile home growing up. I'm not a trust fund kid. I bought everything. I worked for everything you're looking at, all the cameras, all the equipment. I bought all of that. That's not a valid excuse. I met a kid the other day who he puts out a podcast. You know, he puts out maybe a podcast every other month. And he can't figure out why he's not growing. He doesn't do the work. And DeShone Kizer doesn't do the work. DeShone Kizer doesn't put in the time. DeShone Kizer would love to be successful. A lot of people would like to be successful, but they don't actually want it. Actions speak louder than words. I'm obsessed right now with Tom versus Time. It's Tom Brady's docuseries about kind of his life, showing the behind the scenes part of Tom Brady and his success, his journey, and the way he plays quarterback. I'm watching Tom versus Time, and Tom Brady can sit in a chair for 5 hours and nonstop watching film. Work ethic. Drew Brees has a legendary work ethic. What do you think Aaron Rodgers is doing on a Friday night before a football game? I'll tell you what, he's not out at a nightclub like DeShone Kizer was. DeShone Kizer doesn't get it. DeShone Kizer is not a franchise quarterback. End of story. End of discussion. Thank you for watching my video. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, please share this with your friends. Copy the link. Share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Help me grow. And if you really like this podcast, subscribe to it on YouTube and iTunes. Have a great day, everybody.